Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing off a pretty cool Dragapult VMAX list. This is a very similar list to the one Tord Reklev used to win the Pokemon Players Cup Invitational Tournament, and I believe this is a list a lot of players took some ideas, if not the entire list, off of. I've changed out a couple cards. As you can see, we have a 1/1 Malamar line in here. It's very helpful against the Baby Blacephalon matchup. Aside from that, it's a pretty standard list. We have one switch in here, just in case like something with the Malamar happens, we get stuck within the active. I just like the extra reassurance that we'll usually have a switch effect available to us. But not too much aside from that. So, of course, the idea of the deck is to use Dragapult VMAX's max Phantom attack, and you're able to put 5 damage counters on their bench and do 130 of their active for just 2 energies, which is super easy. We, of course, have Dragapult V to get it charged up. We have Zigzagoon and Scoop Up Net to put some extra damage counters on their board. Jirachi with Stellar Wish to find trainer cards, and everything else on the list is really just for consistency, search, or disruption. We also have like Shrine of Punishment to build up damage counters, but aside from that, pretty standard list. I'm sure you can go back and watch Tord's games if you want to see him playing, but without further ado, let's just get right into some games with the Dragapult VMAX. So in terms of matchups for the deck, I think your best matchups are going to be like one prize decks and stuff like that. Like Baby Blacephalon's usually a pretty good matchup. Your less favored matchups are going to be things like any decks that are explicitly countering you by playing like Dark type Pokemon, or anything like that. So it looks like we found our first opponent. So we do lose the coin flip, that's okay. We do normally want to go first, but sometimes going second isn't terrible. So yeah, we are going to be going second, unfortunately. We do have a mulligan. We started all 3 of our boss's orders. That's a bit unfortunate. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. It really helps us out. Also, a couple other links like Twitch, Patreon, in the Discord are in the description. That'll also really help us out. You can also join our Discord server for absolutely free. So it looks like we're up against a stall deck of some sort. That's a little bit not great. Either that or an Ampharos GX deck. I'm assuming Mareep Mill, though. So we have Escape Board, which allows us to retreat when we're asleep. We play a high count of that, which is very good. We're going to need to find a Treasure or a Quick Ball or a Dragapult V. Okay, so they're going to put us to sleep, which does literally nothing. Not too much in the department of effectiveness. Because Jirachi, it doesn't really care if it wakes up or not. Okay, so it is a mill deck, which is not always the most fun to play against, but I think the Malamar really does help us out in this matchup. We also have Marnie or Professor's Research if we really can't find anything. Yeah, okay. Let's see what else they got going on with their turn. That's probably, I'd assume, just an Intrepid Sword to end their turn, but yeah, they got Primate Wisdom, of course. Another Quick Ball, can find them. I'm not sure if they're playing like Minchino or anything. Our stadiums are going to be very valuable to bump their Slumbering Forests. Slugma, so it looks like it's going to be like a Macargo Oranguru deck. It's going to allow them to like find cards they need and stuff. That's pretty cool. So we don't wake up, that's fine. We do find Dragapult V. Go ahead and attach to it. go ahead and Stellar Wish. And grab Mysterious Treasure, so we have Dragapult VMAX available for next turn. Or we can just go in, or maybe we'd Marnie this turn. We do have everything we need, so we just grab Inkay, and then I think we Marnie this turn. Yeah, I don't want to put down the Shrine of Punishment yet, so we'll just go ahead and Marnie. This is an okay hand. I think it's fine. We can put some damage counters on the Mareep. Got some more Escape Boards. That isn't bad. And I guess we just go ahead and bite. I don't feel like they can apply too much pressure here. It's a little bit annoying that we don't have access to a Dragapult VMAX quite yet. The Lily's Pokédoll is going to be a little bit annoying. They can stall a few turns with that. We are able to retreat when we're asleep, so it's not a huge deal. Of course, with Escape Board. Mew, going to prevent damage onto their bench, but we place damage counters, so Mew is not going to be relevant here. Let's see what else they got going for them. We do have another Scoop Up Net, so we should be able to attack if we can find a VMAX. Or we should be able to attack regardless. So they do just go for an Intrepid Sword. Draw them some cards. We'd love to see a Dragapult VMAX here. We find it. Okay, that's awesome. Guess we just go with Max Phantom. We can start applying some pressure everywhere on the board. We'll go ahead and put 2 on the Slugma, so that's in easy, or no, we'll go 4 so we can always KO Magcargo. Then we'll put 1 on the Zacian V just to start applying pressure there, so we can start trying to put that into range of an attack. Switch is also a good find. Yeah. Yeah, so if they are playing a bunch of Energy Denial as well as their Mareep engine, then, yeah, that's why we have Malamar, but we're not sure what kind of, if they're playing Energy Denial or if they're just playing a Sleep engine. Okay, so there's the Bellaba. That's going to mill some cards. I don't see anything huge there. A little bit of Search, which is a tad bit annoying, but not too bad. Just see what they got. Yeah, the high Escape Board count does really help against like mill and control decks that try and abuse Mareep, which some of those lists are kind of popping up. I know one did at least relatively well at the Sunday Open. Okay, so they're just going to go for another Intrepid Sword. Boss's Orders would be great here, if we could find that. We just find another VMAX. It's not terrible. I guess we're just going to go with the Max Phantom. That obviously doesn't get us any prizes, but we can go ahead and just start applying pressure to their board. You can KO the bench Slugma, and then put that other one in danger of being knocked out if they don't evolve it. And even if they do, we can try and find like Zigzagoon or something. We have too many VMAXs in hand. But against like control decks and mill decks, we kind of just want to like chill. There's nothing too crazy we want to do. We kind of just spread damage around the board and hope they don't find anything crazy. There's another Mareep, no huge deal. We have a couple switch outs in our hand still. Yeah. Okay, so they do find Magcargo with Smooth Over. I want to see some like Zigzagoon action here or there. They might just have to start aggressively milling here, which is probably not what they want to do. They really want to slow the pace of the game down and keep us asleep. But obviously, oh, okay, so Faba, that's important to keep note of. Our escape board is going to hit the lost zone. So Fluffy Pillow going to put us to sleep. We'll see if they have access to anything else. Okay. We shall see if they have anything else other than Intrepid Sword they might want to do. Nope, so they're just going to go with Intrepid Sword. We have 2 escape boards still, which is pretty good. We do flip tails, so we're going to have to use one up. We do find Horror Energy. We find Quick Ball, that's not bad. We can use that to find another Dragapult V if we really need to. I think that's okay. We just go for the V. Because, I mean, its first attack can KO anything, so I don't really want to go for anything crazy yet. Switch back into the Dragapult VMAX. Go ahead and max Phantom. Okay, cool. So we are going to leave Zacian in a position where 1 max Phantom from the while it's on the bench, and then 1 while it's in the active. We can KO it, and then Macargo can just be hit with a max Phantom as well. We may even try and just boss up the Zacian V next turn, KO Macargo and Zacian V, and leave ourselves with 1 prize card left. I don't see too many outs our opponent has to try and win the game here, because we just have so many ways we can win here. Just see what they choose to go for. So of course, gonna go for Smooth Over. Can get any card they want from their deck in combination with Primate Wisdom. So they're gonna go ahead and find whatever card they want. Lieutenant Surge's strategy going to be able to mill even more cards from our deck if they choose to, but Cynthia Caitlin going to come down instead. They're going to get Faba back. Okay. So they're going to get rid of our last escape board, which is going to be pretty frustrating. So we really got to speed up the pace of the game if we can. Okay, yeah, so they are going to Faba our escape board 1 more time. We do play 1 more, and we have it in our hand, which is pretty good. They are able to Fluffy Pillow, so we have a 50% chance of waking up, and even if we don't, then we still have 1 more escape board to use. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so they're going to get some Mareep back into the deck. That's interesting choice. They're going to stamp us to 3. That's actually really frustrating because we don't have access to a skateboard anymore. So if we flip tails here, we're just going to be stuck asleep for a turn. And then they're just going to be able to start milling us. They'd love to find Slumbering Forest, I'm sure. They have a chance to, but it does not look like they have access to it. So we do wake up. That's huge. We find a reset stamp of our own. But I think we just max Phantom. Go ahead and KO their Macargo. Leave ourselves with just a single prize card left. So we are susceptible to a reset stamp, but eventually we're going to have to draw out of it unless they're able to mill us very heavily. We do find a supporter, which is pretty good. So unless they reset stamp us, at this point, all we need is boss attack. So they're probably going to put us to sleep again. So we are going to need to find escape, or a 3rd escape board, or we'll just need to wake up. Because at this point, all we need is a Max Phantom or even a Shred to finish the game. Because Max Phantom can now take out that Mareep on the bench, and we're assuming that they have no way to pick it up. So This is probably the situation they actually are looking to get us into at some point, so they can just reset stamp us, put us to sleep with Slumbering Forest in play. That's probably their ideal game plan, but of course they can't reliably pull that off. Okay. Let's see what they decide to do. So they do have a Marnie. I'm not really sure what their endgame plan is, though, because they haven't pulled out a Ranger or anything. They just drew us into our last Escape Board, which is awesome. Okay. They're gonna go with another Reset Stamp. So, never mind, that was not so awesome. But all we need to do is wake up at this point, supposing they put us to sleep. So we'll just see what they decide to do. Yeah, so they're gonna go for the Fluffy Pillow. So we'll see if they... Yeah, so they're probably going to be digging for that Slumbering Forest because they know I will win the game if I wake up. So you have a 25% chance of just winning the game outright here. But we also have the rest of our 40 cards in deck to wake up. Or at least I'm assuming they're going for Slumbering Forest because, yeah, of course. So we can either flip double heads, which would be great, or we can flip, or we can top deck Escape Board and then find, yeah, we'll just see what we find. Supporter would be great, like Researcher Marnie. Okay, so we do not wake up. Scoop Up Net is okay, and we just have to pass. Yeah, so I'm assuming they're probably just going to Intrepid Sword, maybe find something with Smooth Over, but they're eventually going to have to go in with a Rangaroo. Or something else to try and put cards back into their deck. So yeah, they'll be able to find anything they want out of their deck until we're able to wake up, because currently there's nothing they can do in terms of keeping us asleep anymore. If they force us to promote one of our bench Pokemon, Scoop Up Net becomes live, as well as Escape Board. I guess another option for us is going in with Hypnosis, putting Magcargo or Zacian asleep, and then just milling them out. Yeah, okay, so there's the Resource Management Rangaroo that's going to come out finally. So they're probably playing the Mewtwo Magcargo GX. Bellabun Bryson Man going to come down, mill some of our cards. I don't think there was anything huge there. The Malamar's a little bit annoying, but I think it was Reset Stamp. Okay, so they're going to Resource Management here. If we flip double heads, we still win the game. Okay. Yeah, so Escape Board wins us the game. Double heads wins us the game. Supporter gives us a better, decent chance to find our last Escape Board. So there are a couple different cards we can draw that would be decent here. Yeah, so we'll just see what they decide to get. Yeah, okay, so Lieutenant Surge, Air Balloon, and Switch. Okay. That's pretty fine, I think. Okay. Not quite gonna do it there. We do find Boss's Orders, though. Not for this turn. Okay. So we'll just see what they decide to go for here. Probably going to be able to mill some of our cards, which is very frustrating. So they do go smooth over, probably going to find them, I don't know, like maybe they did put Lieutenant Surge back in their deck, so they're probably looking to go some sort of combo with Bellabutton Bryson Man. This really is their endgame situation here. It's really up to, can we find the cards we need to take our last prize? Because they stamp us to 1, and then they just resource management and stuff. They probably would have liked to stamp us to 2 more comfortably, but Dragapult's always a little bit sketchy to play against. There's Bellabutton Bryson Man. Gonna go ahead and mill some cards. Do lose a supporter and a boss. Okay, so they're just gonna go ahead and resource management, get some cards back into their deck. Yeah, so at this point, double heads or Escape Board is still win condition. But it's only a matter of time before our Escape Board gets milled if we can't wake up. So, yeah. But if we do wake up, they will lose the game. So right now they're just living on a continuous, on a continuous 25% chance that we wake up and they lose. And there's the game. So yeah, so we do wake up, and that's going to be the game. Go ahead and knock out the Marie 2 for good measure. Cool. So we are going to go ahead and take game 1. Go ahead and play 1 or 2 more. So yeah, we are able to win that game, which is pretty cool. Got ourselves a mystery box, some coins, that's not bad. Make sure to keep your eyes out for a very, like a 50-pack Darkness Ablaze opening as soon as that drops on PTCGO. I'll be opening some packs of Darkness Ablaze. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. You can leave notifications on if you really want to make sure you don't miss it. Okay, so we lose the coin again for this next game here. So we are going to be going second again. There's a Dark Energy on their deck box, but still no confirmation of what deck that will be. Okay, so this is a great hand. So, yeah, so it looks like it's going to be the mirror match. That's pretty exciting, but not a great, not great considering that we had to go, first here, or second. So we find Scoop Up Net. We just have to Stellar Wish. We do find Quick Ball. That's really good. We can go ahead and Quick Ball. I would say putting the Psychic Energy down is better so we don't get stuck by some crazy Giratina play. We do want our own Giratina, but Dragapult is more important to prioritize. We do have our 1/1 Inkay Malamar line in our deck. We don't want to get Giratina'd. And we're going to go ahead and Marnie, and we have to hope we find like Quick Ball Treasure. Okay, cool. We just found the Giratina right off the top. We'll go ahead and discard their energy and pass our turn over. We probably have to find a supporter or an Energy Spinner on our next turn. Because that'll allow us to do some things. If they're going to discard Mew, doesn't really matter for them. They have a pretty small hand, so they might be forced to go for Dedenne-GX to draw cards. So they are just going to go for Zigzagoon. That's pretty normal. Energy Spinner. Okay, so if they have the VMAX, they can't actually just KO our Jirachi. I don't know if they can. I don't know if is the resistance included with Dragapult VMAX's attack? Because effects, I'm not sure if that counts actually. So they do find a Cynthia. That's going to be decent for them. Okay. So they find treasure, probably going to go for VMAX here. We can start applying some pressure to their bench if we find... all we need is energy card here. Energy card does get us exactly what we need. So any energy will do. We play 9 of them. So shred, yeah. So I guess resistance is applied. That's not an energy card. But we can Stellar Wish and see what we find. We find Professor's Research. That hurts a little bit because we discard our Malamar, which is usually pretty good. But I guess we won't really have access to it. So we do find energy. I am going to go ahead and super scoop up this Jirachi, or Scoop Up Net. So we are able to easily use, so they can't really just abuse our bench. And we'll go ahead and use Max Phantom. Go ahead and split up that damage so we can threaten to KO either of them on our next turn. Yeah, just in case they Scoop Up Net one of them, we're still able to take a KO. And we do have Scoop Up Net on our Giratina if we need it. So they do find Scoop Up Net, gonna scoop up their Zigzagoon. Gonna put it down, put some damage counters on our board. Gonna hit the Giratina there, okay. And we do get Marnie, okay. I think our hand was okay. I wouldn't have mind keeping it. This is not a good hand compared to what our other one was. Okay, so they do just have to go for the shred. So they did whiff energy, apparently. We don't have a Dragapult V, which isn't amazing. I will put the other horror energy down to apply some pressure. So if they KO us, we're able to just one-hit KO them. Or yeah. If they hit into us with that one, then they'll just get knocked out. So I think that's okay. Go ahead and Max Phantom. So this Dragapult basically, at least for now, not super usable. We are going to go ahead and put some damage counters on this other Dragapult V, so we can two-shot their VMAX with just one more damage counter. So, yeah, so they are going to evolve into the VMAX there. That's fine. Mysterious Treasure, going to find them something here. I'd assume Giratina. Wrong Giratina, or not the Giratina I was thinking, but a Giratina nonetheless, I guess. Professor's Research, yep, that works for them, I think. They probably prized their Dimension Breach Giratina, either that or they don't play one. Okay. So now that Dragapult VMAX is always going to be a liability for them. If they attack into us, they're going to KO themselves, but we can always just Max Phantom it if we need to. We definitely need to find another Dragapult V at some point. Okay, maybe they are just going to go ahead and attack into us. That's a little bit surprising, but I guess, I mean, because that'll leave them with no energy on their board. Maybe they just aren't thinking about the horror energy right now, because they'll have no energy on board, and I'd say we're significantly farther ahead than them. Especially if we're able to find another V, Dragapult V. So they do go for the Max Phantom. get KO'd. We take our 3 prizes. We do get one-shotted by Max Phantom, but they have no energy on board. There's a Dragapult V. There's an Escape Board, not bad at all. Pop our Dragapult V down, attach. Maybe grab a Zigzagoon here. Have access to it. We could just start piling up damage on this Dragapult VMAX. That seems okay. 10. Yeah. I think we'll just go ahead and do that, because that's really our win condition at this point. We do get another prize card. That Dragapult's going to start taking some heavy damage. They don't really... I don't think they have a way to KO us unless they're playing something really crazy. Escape Board going to come down onto their Dragapult VMAX. Okay, they are going to stamp us to 2, which isn't terrible. Our hand wasn't great anyways. The Energy Spinner might have been nice to keep, but oh, we found the perfect 2 cards here. We can start attacking with a fresh VMAX next turn if we want to. But if they attack into us, they're going to take 4 damage counters, which is awesome. Professor's Research, I really see very little way they're able to come back. We are winning by 4 prizes in the prize trade. Another V going to come down for them. They're just going to attach. Maybe they do just shred here. Which, I mean, doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but still seems okay, I guess, in the long run. So they'd have 150 on them. If we hit them for 130, they'll have 280, and then we'll be able to hit it. Yeah, so they'll need 40 more damage on them for the KO. So, yeah. And then if they do attack into us, then they'll be in the same position as they were last time they attacked into us with their other Dragapult VMAX. So, we'll just see what they decide to go for. Or, I mean, I think we just chill with this one. That seems okay. Not really sure what else they can even do. They're gonna go for a Scoop Up Net, pick up that Zigzagoon. Gonna go ahead and put some damage on our active, alright. So do go for Shred. They're gonna take some damage. We find another Dragapult VMAX. Good, an Energy Spinner. Pop another energy on this guy. And I think we just go with a Max Phantom, that's fine. I guess we will just put them on this Dragapult. Because there's really no point on putting them with the Zigzagoon at this point. I guess it's really up to them what they're able to. I don't think there's too much they can do. Yeah, they just scoop it up. They know we got that game. I think we'll just go ahead and wrap the video up there. Yeah, I hope you guys saw what the deck is supposed to do, what it's able to do. It's a super powerful deck. I totally recommend going with it if you're going to a tournament for the rest of the Rebel Clash format. Darkness Ablaze is almost upon us. So if you guys want to check that out, make sure to check out some of the upcoming videos. And I believe I've already started with the deck profiles. There is already one on the channel, and probably more to come, especially once it comes out on PTCGO. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Really helps us out. Check out our Discord, Patreon, and Twitch links in the description. They all are super helpful to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.